Hi, I'm LaKeshia.
Hey, I'm Natalie.
And this is
Life Cracks Us Up. Are you picking up what we're putting down? Are you enjoying the content? Is there feedback you'd like to provide or topics you'd like to discuss? How about you give us a call and share your thoughts? 757-504-4649. That's 757-504-4649. We would love to hear from you.
And we're back.
Hey y'all, you know who I felt like I was doing that on purpose, but you know who I felt like? Celie on Color Purple.
Oh,
she was like,
she turned around.
She was trying to get her to smile. She was like, no, and she was like,
because you know that Chick-fil-A dude said you got some white teeth.
Was that a boy?
It was. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
I think so. I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay.
It's like you got some.
He was like, I love your teeth. I was like,
you gotta be looking all in your mouth. Like, what is he looking at?
I was like, thank you.
So I guess you can do the tissue test and be like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do get complimented on my teeth though.
Really?
So, and a lot of times it's when I wear a red
lipstick
because my
teeth brings it out.
Yeah.
You have pretty teeth.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah, I got to do something with mine.
Look.
Like, so I got the braces. I had the braces. I had to do that thing because that little kid told me, he's like, "Why your teeth stuck out like that?"
Kids are so fucking rotten. I can't stand them. I can't believe
and look, he's a grown man now, and every once in a while, I still remind him.
Remember that time?
Right?
Kids. What you got for us today?
All right, so I have a. Would you rather go on a cruise with your boss or never vacation again?
I'm cruising with my boss. It's one time, right? Like I don't gotta cruise with the boss every year, right? It's just, or is it saying all my vacations are? Yeah, no, I'm cruising with my boss. I'm not ruining all my other vacations just because I don't want to cruise with this cat 1 or 2 times.
I don't know.
Now, you be very careful because
my boss sucks. I'm just saying. She
speaks for herself.
She is so controlling. I mean, and like, you think I was back in the military. It's like 24/7. It's like, ma'am, my office hours are.
You're upside down. You're on the balcony.
Calling me all hours of the day and night, like mommy. I mean,
so as you all may have, you know now that she works for her daughter, and that's why I say she speaks for herself.
She's a horrible boss
because her daughter is also our producer, so she speaks for herself.
So I might go on a cruise with her, but then I throw her overboard.
So what I want you all to realize is very shortly this is going to be a one-woman show. This one's either going to prison or she's just getting kicked off. One or the other. Good, Julia.
No, we're getting a big enough boat, and I can try to hide from her. So I guess, and so I don't have to give up all of my vacations for the rest of my life. I'll go on a cruise with her.
And it's so funny hearing you talk because you two are like this. It's hilarious.
No,
it's such bullshit.
Because she always calling me.
Well, I get that.
But she just, she's so mean. She's so.
Oh my gosh!
If she moved,
absolutely, 1000%. If she moved 3 states away, you wouldn't know what to do with yourself.
And she only moved 1 town away.
Right. If she moved to my side of the water, you'd be in here like
not. One time she moved into my zip code. Like, ma'am, can I have something to myself?
The joys of parenthood. But you two are more sistery. Like your relation, like I love your relationship. If I can get my girls to have that relationship with me when they're they're adults,
a couple of years apart.
You share the same mindset,
right?
No, I would kill for that relationship when my girls go over.
It could still happen. It didn't happen for us for a long time.
No. I mean, I believe it could.
Yeah, it took a long time before I could deal with that chick.
Yeah, and probably vice versa.
Oh yeah. People will see us and it's like, oh, y'all. It's been what? How old is her son? 12 years. It's been about 11 years. But so I guess I would go on a cruise with my boss. You happy now?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm sure she is, but I am too.
Yeah, she'd be happy if I was paying.
Yeah, because like I said, you ain't gonna mess this, arrange this contract we have in
I know
place.
she's
You're
my
not gonna
boss.
mess
She's
that
my
up.
producer. She's like,
Yes. You got a good one. You just admit it. Just say it on the camera, please.
yeah.
All right. If all of a sudden we cut out, it's because this one won't admit
I
the
love you,
obvious.
baby. Would you rather sleep in stilettos or wear slippers everywhere you go?
Sleep in stilettos. Absolutely. Wear slippers everywhere I go.
Everywhere.
That means I can't wear those stilettos out. Ma'am. No.
I gotta be on level ground at all times. The way these knees set up.
I need to start doing that, but the way these arches are set up, they just appreciate an arch more than they
Well, I
appreciate
got these
flat.
things you can just wrap around your foot, the arches.
I saw the commercials for that.
Yeah.
Do they work?
Yeah. I found them again finally.
Yeah.
I had left them in some shoes. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I got the arch thing going on, but yes, I've never really been able to do heels.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like with the nurse shoes or something. Like, I'm looking for orthopedics.
Gotcha. No, I prefer now I will say my kids, as much as I love my kids, I absolutely have to put arch supports in those. They are just flat. They are flat. And when you have an arch, it's hard to be in a shoe that flat.
Yeah.
So they make my plantar fasciitis flare up. So I keep
Sound like
arches
old
in those.
lady.
Listen. The older I get, the more shit flares up. Just yesterday, I was like, why does my left hip hurt?
You ever find yourself being careful getting in or out of bed because you don't want
to pop your back. Girl, do you understand when I brush my teeth, I brush like this? I be spitting like I just get over the sink like because I don't want to bend over. I'm bothered to get up and pop something. Do you know when I sneeze, I make sure my body's straight? Girl, if I sneeze for you right now, it's something happened and I sneeze, I would be like, huh? If I'm bent and I sneeze,
you'll blow something out.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh gosh. The joys of old age.
I don't know. But I'm serious. I have to take precautions at my age.
Wow.
But I'll still wear a heel though.
See, nah, I've never been a heel wearer. I thought to break my neck and my hip. No. And so I go with slippers. I get to arch sports, put in my slippers, get some fancy slippers.
Okay. I don't want to shout anybody out because we're gonna start looking for endorsements. But my Jessica Simpsons, I have so many of her shoes because her arch, I don't care the shoe as long as I get my size, and most of them I can just get a 9 and be comfortable, but fits my arch perfectly. So the majority of my heels are like 3.5, 4 because I have such a high arch. But yeah, them Jessica Simpsons though, I'm telling you, they hit every time.
In my next life, I might try something like that.
Okay, in your next life.
So if I start out with it, then it'll be okay. But now,
it's too late now.
Yeah,
to trying to learn
way too late.
Yeah.
I saw somebody
learn how to walk looking like a baby giraffe.
I saw somebody like that one day. I was looking out of my window at work, and she was crossing the street. It's like, ma'am, why? She was like,
let it go. You just wait any minute. It only takes one ankle to just buckle a little bit.
I was like, I would have taken my shoes off and walked across the street. Then it looked like she did. I was like, why did you do that to yourself?
Yeah. I was in New York City, 2 weekends ago, was it? 2 weekends ago. And I mean, the streets are packed. And we left on the day SantaCon started. Santa Claus is fucking everywhere in bars at 10 o'clock in the morning. They do the Santa crawl. They go to the bars. So that's crazy. Besides the point, I digress. But we're walking at night, we're right by like Times Square, the everything. And I see this girl in heels. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? Yeah. Who wears heels
to Times Square?
To Times Square? Like, you had to, even if you, first of all, the closest you could have gotten in a cab was like 2 blocks away. So, but I was like, who walks in New York? I was like, okay, clearly you're a tourist. Like, but I know she learned herself a lesson.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I guarantee you,
within
an hour, what? Then the balls of your feet. I bet she was out there like, and that's a nasty place to have to take your shoes off.
Have you ever, I don't know, burned your feet out? I don't know. Like you wore your, okay, we went to Disneyland, and I walked all the time. And I don't remember what kind of shoes I had on, but obviously not the right shoes. By the time we were done, it's like the park was closing. And you know how you have to park at these amusement parks where I wanted to take my feet off.
Not the shoes, the
feet. Put them in my backpack.
Oh
and
my
make
gosh.
it. My feet were on fire.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So never again. I was like, I just have to be better prepared.
Yeah.
Better prepared.
Yeah. I had that happen. I had on a purple pair of, they were fake, obviously, but like an alligator print boot, like a three, maybe 3.5 inch heel, but they were very cheap boots. They weren't meant to be worn except that, once or twice.
Right.
Like even the look of them, you couldn't put them with much, but they were so cute. And we went to a bar, and by the third bar, I couldn't even get off of the stool to touch my feet to the floor. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going back with slippers. I'm going to wear those slippers all the time.
Wear them, girl. I guess you could zhuzh them up.
Yeah, bedazzle my slippers.
Give me my stilettos in bed. Who knows what'll happen? What you got today, kid?
Okay, question for you.
Answer for you.
How many kids are acceptable when you get into a relationship with someone?
None.
Okay, that's what I thought too.
No, I can't say that because I have two. Pot, kettle, glass, house.
I still
well, this is the thing. My last boyfriend, as I'm finding out, like every month I find out this nigga had more kids, but he had a lot, double digits, that I did not know when we got together, because that would have been too much. But so let's say I can do 3. At my age, they all need to be adults. They need
diapers?
to be no. I can't do diapers. I can't do no car seats, diapers. If I gotta take you to a bathroom, you're too young for me.
The date or the
both shit. If guys my age still got kids in diapers,
no. So with the man, if I gotta take you to the bathroom, you're either too young or too old.
Too old. Facts. But no, I would say 3. Everything has a caveat though. I would say 3 if they're like at least in their teens. Like I'm talking like upper teens. My 17-year-old is on her way to college this year, and it couldn't have been a moment too soon for both of us, because I'm a killer. Or she gonna kill me. Now I got another one coming up. So I say that to say these teenage years are horrible. So I feel like they would have to be over this bratty teenage stage. Also, how many babies' mothers are we talking about? Because if I got to deal with 3 different ones, I'll pass. Now, preferably the same woman birthed all 3 children, preferably. I mean, maybe I can do with 2, because again, I'm thinking about my age, how much I've lived. I can't expect someone else my age or maybe a little bit older to have not lived. So they got to be up there in age. The other parent has to be responsible and respectful, meaning I don't do well with that kind of drama. Yeah. I don't.
No baby mama drama.
Nope. And I always hated the term baby mama. My baby mama, my baby. I can't stand it. But if there's a rift there, I want nothing to do with that. We can't be together. Also, what kind of money's coming out of my household? What's your child support look like, son? Because I'm not struggling because you have a bunch of babies that you're still paying child support for. I know how it sounds.
It's real.
However,
that's right.
Once we're in a house together, this ours.
It's our money, Hoppo.
Right. So I think I could tolerate a responsible 3. Now, it's going to be harder for you to answer because you're already married, you have this life established, but what would that look like for you?
Oh no, I said before, going back, like
Mhm.
I had a child and I was
Mhm.
like, I'm not dating a man with kids.
Okay. So it was 0. Always been 0?
That's what my mouth said.
Okay.
My mouth said.
Because I'm like,
yeah, that dude I picked.
mhm.
Yeah, 2.
Mhm.
And I thought about what you said too about like the child support. Like, first of all, if he's got kids, he has to be taking care
Right.
of his kids.
Right.
So that's one.
Mhm.
But then the other is, yeah, how does that affect our family finances since
Mhm.
you are taking care of your kids?
Mhm.
So, I was fine with him with the 2 because I loved him enough.
Right.
And the kids were not primarily with him. But I must also say, I'm not the person you want to be around your children. I'm just like, I've said it before, like people don't like me. Kids don't like me for various reasons.
Stop.
So
Yes,
yeah,
they
it
do.
was kind of difficult with the blending of
Yeah.
the families.
Yeah.
So 2 was a good enough number for me. I could have
Mhm.
gone from anywhere from 0 to 2.
Okay.
More than that, it's
It becomes and not only the finances, but what does our time look like together, alone, you and I, me and you,
yeah,
you
all
and
the,
me,
the
all
kid,
of
yeah,
all of
all the
those
kids,
iterations
and
of
yeah.
it.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot that goes into blending a family.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely couldn't have done somebody with a bunch of kids, or like you said, having a whole bunch of children's mothers.
Yeah.
Because then the personality of those people, you might get a couple of good ones, a couple of bad ones. Because I was a good baby mama.
Yeah.
You didn't hear nothing from me. I didn't want nothing from you. As long as the check comes, you do you.
Yeah. That's because you wanted absolutely nothing to do with him, though.
Yeah.
You have to. You also have to contend with the child's mother who doesn't want to let go of the relationship, or thinks there's still a chance, or or uses the kid to get certain. There are so many variations of what that could look like. A guy with kids. It could be just as horrible with one kid.
With that woman who won't let go.
Right.
Like, so you can't see your child unless you come over tomorrow night by yourself.
Right.
He wants to do
calling
the
all
right thing.
hours for dumb shit.
Yeah. Like, no.
Yeah.
He wants to be a good parent, but she's just in the way.
Yeah.
So sorry, sir, you can't have me because I'm not. I just can't.
Yeah.
I just can't. I would not want to.
Yeah.
And I was very fortunate. My husband's very fortunate that our other people in our lives were not like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a condition of you can't see the kids unless something foolish.
Yeah.
So
thank heavens for that. Because that would and I would feel terrible, but I'm pretty sure I could see myself saying, listen, this isn't gonna work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's your sanity as well.
Yeah.
You don't always want to have to be dealing with that, and then you're frustrated and everybody's upset. It's not going to be healthy for your relationship.
Yeah. And not only that, but you also have to consider, what is your relationship with his or her child look like? Is there a connection there? Because, and if there's not right at first, does the potential exist? You know what I'm saying? Do they just need to get to know you, or do you all need to spend some time together? Because you could have that dynamic where your kids don't get along with him, or his kids don't get along with you,
or the kids don't get along with each other,
or the kids don't get along with each other. You know what I mean? It could. There's a lot that goes into deciding whether or not you want to be with someone who has kids. The more children, the laws of Newton's, whose law is it?
I think Newton's is what goes up must come down.
No,
I think you're thinking of what can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah. Anything over in our production notes, Casey, about
I know the law, but
yeah,
it's
not Newton. No, we just
she just had our oldest show in again, and it was right on the tip of my tongue. Like,
but that one, mine is the law of large numbers. Actually, that's the one I was going for. The more children there are, the more opportunity there is for there to be a disconnect. So that's not anyone's law. That's just the law of large numbers. The more chances.
Murphy's law.
Murphy's law. That's him. That's him. Did your little thing in your ear? Murphy, stupid Murphy. That's what we need.
Earbuds
so she can yell at us the whole time.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, the law of large numbers, the more children you have on either side, the more chances that something's gonna go wrong, you
Yeah.
know? So, but yeah, I think maybe three, and I can tolerate three, only because I have two, and I can't like, both of my girls want an older brother. Yeah, especially my
Wow.
oldest. Now I'm like, you're 17. Like,
That's a grown man. Where am I
yeah,
gonna find a man with a grown
with a
man?
grown man. Although that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. But yeah, so
But what's the likelihood of that relationship turning into, a big brother? Like y'all
yeah,
know each
at
other.
this age,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I can't even get you and your sister to get along.
Right.
And you want me to bring some perfect stranger in so you can bond. But yeah, I mean, I get it though. I have an older brother. I loved having an older brother. When we were younger, my brother used to tell guys to stay 3 feet from me and my sister. He would just be like 3 feet. 3 feet. It didn't work.
Aw.
It didn't work. It didn't work. Because the minute he turned his back, I
They're
was like, but yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough probably having an older brother. But again, if they weren't raised together, like how young are the kids? Well, for us now, they're not
Yeah.
gonna be very
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
So they're kind of set in their ways. So would they really appreciate you bringing in somebody
Other
who's
people.
got a 18, well 17-year-old son? Because
Mhm.
18. But then too, that's another whole subject. These older kids getting together, like, no, not leaving you in my house together because you're not brother and sister. You didn't grow up together,
Right.
So now I've given you a dating opportunity. I just laid it in your lap, like
Even that's yuck.
I know, because you're thinking this is your brother, but it's
not. It's not. Yeah, it's
so
by
y'all not leaving
marriage.
anybody in the house. Like, give
Yeah.
up keys. Nobody's in here. Let's come in here. Y'all sit on the steps right here. So yeah, that would be scary for me, having older children to bring, somebody in.
And the other piece of me having two girls, like you mentioned about bringing older kids, especially older boys.
Yeah.
And I've got a younger girl. Like that's always my dilemma about dating and getting to know someone. That's why even the few times that I have, my girls have not met anybody.
You can't just bring anybody around your kids.
Yeah.
You got to know that it's gonna stick.
Yeah. And sometimes, a couple of times, I didn't even mention right up front that I had kids. And the reason is because, again, I have two girls. So if you're weird in the head and I tell you I have two girls, now all of a sudden you're trying to make this shit work.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't have that from my husband because I had the one when I met him.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of hard.
Yeah.
But you knew him for so long. Like before, you already knew he wasn't.
He was a good guy.
Yeah, you already knew he wasn't a weirdo.
It was a weird. But but going back to that though, is I did know him, but we talked about before, like how much do you know?
Yeah, do you really know somebody?
So it was still kind of hard in the beginning for me to leave him alone. It's like this is my daughter. Who do I trust with my daughter? So it's still, that's another thing. Even if he doesn't have kids and you have kids, bringing them around, or even the other way around, like, these ladies and you got a teenage boy, it's like, so you really, dating with kids.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. I have one of my best friends, my male friend, you know who that is. I've sent my girls to North Carolina with him for like a week.
Yeah. But you know him now.
Right.
Yeah, but you had to get there. But in the beginning, it had to be a little.
Even in the beginning, like getting to know him, I knew, I just felt it, that he was a good person. I didn't immediately say, here's my kids.
Right.
But there was a time where like I knew that I could leave my daughter with him. I went to a Lionel Richie concert, showing my age, what? But one of my girlfriends from work and we went to see Lionel Richie. And I left my oldest with him. And by the time I came home, he was like, "Oh my gosh, she's been farting the whole time." Like hilarious, because she was young, little bit. They don't care at that age. Like they don't care who they fart in front of. They don't care. They couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. So I knew, like, even leaving her in that moment, I had zero worries in my head while I was at that concert. And then, of course, as time went on, and as close as we are now, like I said, we look like two divorced parents meeting halfway to drop the kids off to each other. It is.
That's
it is.
Great.
Yeah.
But I know somebody and this crosses all the episodes, other episodes we talked about, who was dating someone. He was cheating on me, but thought he was dating someone, and we were in Germany. This chick left her 3 daughters, left the country, left her 3 daughters with this dude. I was like, luckily he's a good guy. But how well did you know?
I was gonna say, how were they?
I mean,
how were they connected?
Well, I don't know how long he'd been cheating on me, but but we hadn't been in the country that long.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't even remember exactly how long.
So she left her kids,
her 3 daughters,
with the guy you were with,
yeah,
who was cheating on you with her.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And left the country. Like it ain't. You're not in Lionel Richie. They can't call you.
Yeah. How old
they were young?
Girls?
They were. Yeah, they were. One of them was like early teens. And that was probably the oldest one.
No bueno.
You know.
No bueno.
No, I
couldn't do it.
Yeah, leave the country.
Yeah.
With some dude I've known months.
No, my gosh, you literally just made like a little shiver in me. Like it goes through my head because I watch Murder, Death, Kill constantly.
Yeah, me too.
And watching the stories where it involves like young girls and I will be sitting in my house like, like the thought of that gives me creeps. Yeah. Just the thought of it. My daughter going away to college and her being hours away from me.
Yeah, don't mess with my kid. I always say people who do stuff like that, like they just need to burst into flames automatically.
All day.
Just we don't need any judge, jury, nothing. Mm-hmm. You thinking about you gonna do that? Just burst into flames.
Mm-hmm. I think we should go back to the old way of punishing people. You want to use
touch
that,
somebody?
You want to use that thing to assault people?
We go cut that thing off. It's like,
worry about
I just cannot thought of my baby. Don't be messing with my baby.
Yeah. So, how many kids are acceptable? Because we can go on a tangent with that. But I'm gonna stick with 3, preferably 0.
Yeah.
But I think it's unfair for me to say 0 because I have 2 children.
But I mean, you don't want to be Brady Bunch. If your number is 0,
what are the odds of finding that?
0.
Speaking of 0.
There's 1 or 2 guys out there who don't have kids.
There are. What's wrong with you? I'm joking.
They wrapped it up.
Clearly, yeah. Yeah, they were responsible. Same reason I didn't have children.
Yeah. Or they may not have wanted to have children, but they're okay with children.
Being around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they maybe just decided, it's not for me, or they didn't find anybody they wanted to have children with.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah. So they could be more responsible.
This pool guys got to choose from these days, boy. I don't know. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with everybody.
Most people. No.
I would just say that the generations are definitely different.
Oh, for sure.
They're definitely different. But this generation of young women have the same type of men to choose from. Like they're equally yoked. Do you know what I mean? These women are different, just different.
Yeah.
And the guys are growing up in the same.
Yeah. So they're about
I look like I'm holding bowls.
Like car insurance used to be lower.
Yeah. Get out of here.
What? This is why no balls. Pickleball.
What the fuck is pickleball? What the fuck is pickleball?
I think I saw somebody playing the other day. They were on a tennis court, but look, they had the the paddle ball, paddle or something. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Watch the Olympics and see. It's probably going to be.
It's in the Olympics?
I don't know.
Oh, girl. The first time I heard about it was Jamie Foxx.
Talking about pickleball.
After he, after his situation and he was getting better. And then they said something about, he was seen playing pickleball. And then after that, all I hear is pickleball.
I have no idea what pickleball is either. It just popped into my head when we talk about balls. But I do not know what a pickleball. Pickles balls. You have a bad influence on me.
Pickle and balls.
Franks and beans. Something about Mary.
Yo, that is
the hair gel. Oh, hair gel.
Classic.
You gotta watch
it. That is one of my favorite
gosh.
movies.
We are just.
At first I was like, are there black people in there? But yeah, the dad. He was like, I'm fucking with you. That was their thing in that family. I'm fucking with you, Ted. Yo, the hilarious.
Oh my.
So we were talking about, I swear we do it every time. We're getting better.
Yeah,
Staying on
better.
topic.
Yes.
Because in the beginning, if you all remember our first season,
it's all over the place.
We were all over the place.
Over the place.
Our topic would be white walls. By the time we were done, we were talking about traffic. Like, I don't even know where. Speaking of last season to this season, the transformation, because our first season was just audio.
Just audio.
Yeah. And then we started with video this season. Now, our first 4 videos were Keish and I. You know, you're trying to figure shit out. Let's see how it's going to go. We thought we were doing the damn thing until we had an actual producer come in and be like, what the fuck is this? So I don't know what order this episode is going to be in. Please forgive us for the first 4. Don't stop watching because it gets better. I don't know if this will be before them or after, but you'll know them when you see them. You will know them. You'll be like, oh, that's cute. They let their kids do their production.
But we ain't no quitters.
That's right. We ain't no quitters. Anyone who knows us and knows our grammar knows that we ain't no quitters. But yeah, I was just asking for your forgiveness. See my nails? Can you see my nails?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I have a wonderful nail tech.
Especially since you put them all in.
Not both cameras.
Oh, we're still growing. So I'm trying to get into with the sock cam, foot cam.
Sock cam.
Let's put it all in your face. That's right. But one of these days when we're rich and famous, I'm gonna have to take a photo of this so I can show y'all how we started out.
Oh yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've come a long way. Ooh. Considering the fact that we were 100% amateurs. Like neither one of us had any experience. You may have had a little bit more than me. None at all. None. But I mean,
because I was like, I want to make a podcast.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. What are we gonna talk about? We'll figure it out as we go.
And we did as we went along. Oh my!
And sometimes we're still figuring it out as we go.
I know, because I think about like the future, like, oh my gosh, because we get better every time. It's like one day we're gonna be phenomenal.
I concur.
Yeah. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah. That's exciting. Yeah. So 0 is your number.
No, I got babies, but I don't want no man with babies.
Yeah, no, and you know, for the guys out there listening, if you are in hell, for the women who are out there, like, do not be a nickel out here looking for a dime. Don't expect your man to provide and be this dope parent, and then you bring your raggedy ass children to the relationship and make that other person not want to stay. It goes both ways.
Oh, definitely both ways.
It's definitely not just the women who always have to look out for the men. There are some women who just have raggedy ass kids. Yeah. And men don't want to deal with that either.
Exactly.
So raise your children.
What do you bring to the table? Back to that one. But yeah, you're right. You can't expect something more than you offer.
Absolutely.
So that's what I said the 0 kids, but you know, when it came to my heart, and I was like, I'm not gonna let that good one go because he got 2 kids.
Right. And he was a good dad.
Oh, yeah.
So that mattered.
Right. Exactly.
That'll turn you. That'll make you say 0.
Yeah. Because he's great dad. Great dad.
Yeah. Well, kudos to him. Don't you hate when guys are just blasted for being one bad apple spoils
the bunch is what I heard. That's the way I used to hear it. But now what are they talking about? One bad actor. Like, I don't know what happened.
No, you had said something else because I said one bad apple spoils the bunch. But you thought it was some. You said you read something. It was one bad apple spoils the. No. It was something else. You had a different word for it because I was like,
That's what I heard. No, I've heard like recently the actor, one bad actor. It's like that doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, one bad actor spoils the play, or like I get that one bad apple, but anyway,
yeah.
I don't know what I was saying about that. I know I was saying something about apples and people spoiling. Oh, I know what I was saying. I was getting ready to comment on the parents who are responsible and, you know, pay their child support, and the mother or the father actually uses the child support for what it's supposed to be used for, they get a bad rap because there are more of, well, strike that, reverse it. There are some parents who don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't pay the child support. They don't send money. They don't, or they are doing it, and the female or the male getting their nails done or buying cigar, whatever guys do with their money.
With the,
Shit.
right, not taking care
Buy
of the child.
sneakers,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
but it's not going towards the kid. So the ones who are doing right by that, they get the bad rap. Boom.
Well, I don't know. I don't know so much the ones who are doing right get the bad rap, but they don't get the kudos or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, and it's crazy though. I don't know how.
Yeah,
because
that's
they should be doing what they're doing. It's like, why are they the, what's the word? Not anomaly. They're the ones who are doing the right thing. They're the minority.
The minority.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be that. So people go, "Ooh, wow, you're doing that," and it sounds crazy because they're only doing what they're supposed to do.
And women try to beat them in the head for child support because they know that most judges, some judges,
gotta give them more.
Are automatic, right? Because
they just assume that the guy is not doing.
That's what I was saying.
Because they go in, it's like, well, the guy probably isn't doing the right thing anyway. Even if he is, I think, you're right. It's easier for someone to believe the woman, that the man is not doing right, even if he is. So I feel you on that.
Yeah,
that's why I have no kids. That's why he can't have kids. But like you said, there are a lot of caveats.
There are a
lot. It can't be. It's not black and white.
Yeah,
it is not.
Yeah. So anyone watching this video, I'll take 2 of your children if you're responsible and they're responsible, because I'm responsible and my children are great.
And how old should his children be?
Preferably 17 and up. I'll 18 and up, because even this 17-year-old be making me want to have my hair all kill you.
Yeah, this your stepmama.
Oh, and that's the other thing. I don't care.
You don't want to be a step.
Don't put your hands on my kids.
No.
Don't
spank on my child.
No. You're allowed to discipline to an extent if you're the man in the house. I'm not gonna let my kids walk all over you. But touch my child. Ooh, and I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't put my hands on nobody else's child.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. Oh, okay.
I'm comfortable ending it on that because I'll kill you.
I'm looking for a man, but I'll kill you. Okay, that's how it's gonna end.
So if you know anyone who doesn't, did you see me switch? So if you know anyone who doesn't mind getting killed,
I got somebody for her. Until you say it.
But in all seriousness, don't touch
my kids. Don't touch my kids.
Oh my gosh! All right, y'all. Have a great day.
Do that.
Are you picking up what we're putting down? If so, now's the time to like, follow, subscribe, and share. We'd also love to hear from you. Give us a call at 757-504-4649, or you can email us at lifecracksusup@gmail.com, or just drop us a comment. If you're so inclined, do all 3.
Thank you for hanging out with us. Be sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe, and look for a new episode every Wednesday.